Hello and welcome back to my Dandelion Diaries. Today I wanted to do a real-time plan with me in my health planner. I guess this is a plan with me. I'm basically just going to be setting up my week for the next week. So the week of 17th through the 23rd of February. And I really want to keep up with my pink kind of vibes, pink themes I've been going with. And I found this sticker sheet amongst my Stickii Club sticker sheets. And I felt it was really cute and perfect, and it's pink, and it's like more mental health related, like it's a good day, have fun, beauty, sleep, going slow and steady. So I really wanted to use this to kind of like decorate my page. I guess I can go through how I normally do this. I have not changed the layout of my weeklies in a very long time, so I'm basically going to just be setting it up like this. So I will show you guys how I go from a completely blank Hobonichi spread, Hobonichi weekly spread, and Hobonichi weeks. Hobonichi, can I say it again? Hobonichi. And then I will turn it into something that looks similar to this, just with, these other stickers. I really loved using this planner this year already. I think I say that every time I whip this baby out. I just love having a health planner. It's so helpful for me mentally, and I don't know, I really enjoy, I guess, the process of recollecting like my meals and like my mental health, and it's just a good time. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just get started here. I usually take a ruler. This one's from the Coffee Monsters Co. from some time ago. It has been through it, it's been bent, it's been restraightened, it's lived a life. It's all good. And I just embolden, I use my fountain pens to do this. This is a Bennu Daily Mate in the Relaxing Sunday with a fine nib, and it is inked up with 𝗦𝘃𝗄𝗏, which is a light blue ink with some red shimmer. And all I'm doing is just outlining the weekly spaces. And I'm not really super, I guess, picky if my lines aren't straight, even though I'm using a ruler. Like, it's just there to kind of add to the page. Yeah. And then over here on the blank page, I cut this page into 3 sections. And I'm just going to go based on the ghost line from the other page. So it's like a roughly the same size every week. And then on the bottom here, I always do the last 2 weekly sections worth on the bottom. And then the other lines I make here are going, I guess, vertical, because the other ones are horizontal, even though I'm drawing horizontal. I don't know. These ones I basically like to use to mark out when or how long I am meditating, how long I am exercising, or like running, I mean. Like how many miles I do running, and then if I do any weightlifting or workouts, I write down what body group I did. I haven't really done any of that yet this year. I realize we are more than halfway through February, and I've just kind of been slacking on that. But I'm kind of okay with that. To me, I feel very weird about like the beginning of the year, and everybody's always like getting their resolutions together and starting fresh and all this other kind of mumbo jumbo. And I think that's great if that's something you really like to do. I think it's fantastic if you're one of those, the new year is when you really just get yourself into gear and you start all the new things. For me, I kind of vibe with the season, and January and February are the coldest months here in Texas. And I don't want to do anything. I want to stay home. I want to cuddle up with a good book by the fireplace. Like, I'm not really in a movement kind of mood. And on top of that, I have a lot of social anxiety when it comes to going to the gym. And especially in the beginning of the year when everybody else is going, it's like, I don't know, social anxiety heightened, like duplicated, multiplied. I don't know. I struggle to go to the gym in the beginning of the year because there's usually too many people and I just get really overwhelmed. So if I work out, I try to work out at home, and I usually do a lot of walking in the beginning of the year because that's easier and just a little bit more mellow for me. but I haven't really been doing that, so it's all right. Okay, moving on. Sorry, tangent. I have had quite a bit of coffee. We stopped at Dutch Bros today, and I got myself a Golden Eagle, and it's just delicious. So I'm a little hyper, just a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna continue with this. After I grade out my sections in here, I like to add a header to where, like, kind of denote what I'm putting where. This pen is one of my newest acquisitions. This is a Scribo Feel in Dandy. I'm so obsessed with the finial on this and just this pen in general because it's got a flex nib on it. It's just so much fun. But up here at the top, I guess I can zoom you guys in. I like to write out the different headings that I am doing. So for my 3 lines over here, I usually do an M for meditation, a W for workout, and an R for running. So that way when I go through the week, let's say Monday, I decide to meditate for an hour. I'll write 1 hour in here. Let's say I go do back day at the gym. I'll write back in this little section here. And let's say I go on a 2-mile run, then I'll write 2 miles in here. And that's that. And then if I don't fill it out or I don't do any of those things, I just draw a line through it. Then this other big section is for meals. So I'm just going to write out meals. I love this flex nib. It's so good. It's so juicy. Absolutely adore it. And then on the other side here is where I put my other heading. So I don't really have anything else I put on the left page with the weeklies. The rest of the information is mainly over here on the right page. So let me zoom out just a teeny bit so you can see a little bit better. So on this first block here, I use this for my fasting. So I usually write fasting time. And this is how I'll denote like when I break my fast or when I start eating for the day or when I stop eating for the day, just to see like how many hours my digestive system is working. And then on this other box up here at the top is where I put my meal plan or my meal ideas, basically what I'm planning to make for the week. And then the next section, which is this bigger section here, this is where I put more of like a mental health check-in. So I'm going to write in, how am I feeling? I love this nib. Okay, sorry. And then I will come back in a second with a different color and I'll write out the 3 things that I check in with my mental health. And then at the bottom here, I do kind of like a habit tracker situation, but I like to call it my routine because it's not really an everyday kind of thing. So I just do weekly routine. And that way I can have a scenario or a guideline to see like what I'm doing on what days, like how often I'm doing certain things. Okay, then I'm going to take another color. This is actually a gift from a pen pal. She sent me a Jinhao shark. I've never had one before, actually. They're so cute and so fun. And I just recently inked this up. This has a deeper pink ink in it. Oh, I didn't write it down, which shame on me. But I'm pretty sure this has 𝗬𝗬𝗏𝗏 Pompadour in it. I think. Anyways, I'm going to basically fill in the other templates for each of these squares, and I'm going to use the back of this sticker sheet, I think, to rest my hand because all the ink's still wet. Okay, hold on. Let me think for a second. Okay, I think I'll be okay. I'll just lift my hand up, and if I smudge it, I smudge it. But in the fasting time up here, I'm basically going to write the hours of the day. So 2 through 24. And then I'm going to write the days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And basically what I do in this box is, let's say Monday I have breakfast at 8 a.m. I'll come over here and put a dot at 8 a.m. And then let's say I have dinner or my last meal of the day at 6 p.m. I'll put a dot at 6 p.m. and then I'll draw a line. So that way I can see, okay, I ate between the hours of 8 and 6 p.m. And then let's say Tuesday, because I got home late from my Dungeons and Dragons meeting with all my friends, I woke up late and I didn't really eat breakfast until noon. So then I would start noon and then go till like 7 p.m. or something. Like, it's just a nice way for me to gauge, to see, like, again, how long my digestive system is being activated. It's really just data that's interesting to me, and I do try to participate, I guess, a little bit in intermittent fasting or even just long-term fasting. I do like to do longer fasts every now and then, just for, I don't know, a challenge. And this is just like a fun way for me to keep track of that. Sorry, tangent. Again, I'm a little hyper. I am so sorry. Okay, breath. Meal ideas. This I break up into the days of the week. So I do 2 grid squares worth each for each day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that way I have enough space to do like a breakfast meal and a dinner meal. I really only eat 2 meals a day, just because I guess I eat larger portions at a time. I don't really have a lot of time to eat throughout the day, so I just like sit down for 20 minutes, eat a big meal, and then go about my day. Yeah. Okay. And then for my how am I feeling section here, this is where I write in, again, that kind of like mental health check-in. So after I ask myself, you know, how am I feeling this week, I like to ask myself, what did I do for me? And that's just a nice way to see, did I spend any time this week for me doing something that I wanted to do, or was I using all of my time for other things like my business or my fiance or my dogs or my chickens or my mom or cleaning house? Like, did I take time to do something that I enjoy only for me? Kind of like a me time situation. And then I also like to write down my happy moments. I usually only pick one, but sometimes I have so many that I just want to write them all down. And then I also like to compare that with a low moment, because not every week is going to be a winner. And whenever I have a low moment, I definitely want to bring recognition to that, just so I can process it. So like, let's say for this week, you know, how am I feeling? This week was average or something. And what did I do for me? I had a nice journal session on the couch. My happy moment, maybe we went out to dinner for our date night, or we watched a fun movie. And then the low moment, let's say I had a migraine for a whole day and wasn't able to get anything done. Or a low moment could be, I was irresponsible and blew my budget this week, or something like that. Like, it's nothing drastic. It can be, but it's just a nice recognition of like, okay, I do have low moments and that is okay, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to say. Then for the bottom section here, like I said, the weekly routine, or like the little mini habit tracker, I like to kind of write out the days of the week again, so Monday through Sunday. And then for what I like to keep track of, it varies. Lately, I've been trying to keep track of when I'm reading, because I haven't been reading as much as I have before. I'm also keeping track of my moisturizer, which also kind of in terms is also skincare, because I'm getting married this year now, and I definitely want to have nice glowy skin for photographs and stuff. So I've been really trying to be better about my skincare. I also like to keep track of any medications, which I just call Boo Moo on here. And then also stretches. As we get older, I've been noticing that I get very stiff. So I've been trying to incorporate more stretching into my days, usually like 10 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes in the evening. Ultimately, I would love to be able to do a yoga session every day, but haven't made it there yet. But I have been trying to keep track of like when I'm doing any stretches. And then I'm also keeping track here my language learning. So I'm still in my fluent Spanish journey, and I'm still learning the Japanese. I'm still very, very basic with Japanese, but with Spanish, I feel almost like I'm conversational. I just need to practice speaking more. And so I'm trying to keep track of, you know, when I'm doing those kinds of lessons or overall practicing those kinds of things. Okay, I think we're done with the zoom in. The other thing that I like to keep track of on the left page here, besides meals, is if I am doing any kind of long-term fasting. Every month I try to do 2 24-hour fasts, and they're usually like within a couple of weeks of each other. And last week, I was supposed to do one on Tuesday, and I actually kind of failed at that. So I'm going to put it down again on this Tuesday here. And all I'm going to do is just kind of write 24-hour fast as a reminder that this day I need to probably, I don't know, have one meal at lunch and then not eat again until lunchtime on Wednesday. It sounds a lot more scary than it actually is. I mean, 24 hours, like a whole day without eating. Oh my gosh, that sounds insane. But ultimately, it's really not that hard, especially if you're used to kind of fasting. And also, like, it's not like I'm starving. So like I still have a decent meal for lunch, and then I just don't eat dinner and I don't eat breakfast the next day, and then I have lunch again. Like it's like skipping 2 meals. Like I don't want to call it skipping 2 meals. It's just something that I like to do to challenge myself, and it kind of resets my body in a way that helps me personally. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that. Now, the last little bit here that I like to do for planning purposes isn't really planning, it's decorating. So like I mentioned, I am going to use this sticker sheet from the Stickii Club. I believe the artist is called Manipi or 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗽. It's so cute. I love the little kawaii critters doing their little self-care bits. It's so adorable. And I'm just going to kind of place these wherever I feel like it, because yeah, I don't really have any kind of rhyme or reason when it comes to sticking stickers down. It's just kind of like, that looks like it's a good spot. Let's do that. And I really want to use this little guy here because it's a good day frog. He's just cute. He's just so cute. Or she. And then this little puppy, piggy, beauty sleep. Should I put that one there? I think I'm going to do this little bunny with a T just up here. And I try not to do too many stickers because I do write a lot in here. Being that it is a Hobonichi Weeks, it is a smaller planner, but I like that about it. So I try not to fill up too much with stickers because I do use a lot of this as like writing space. I'm going to just take the rest of these kind of little accent stickers, these smaller ones, and just kind of place them randomly. So that way there's just a little bit of interest like all around the page. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is fill in my meal plan up here, or my meal ideas. I think that's decent enough. Okay, and again, I'm going to use my fountain pens because they're what I really enjoy writing with. All the tangent, again, I know, I'm sorry, but this little guy, this Jinhao Shark, if you've never used a fountain pen before, this little guy is so perfect, and it's so much fun to look at, and they come in a bunch of different colors. I'm really satisfied with this, and the nib is really cool, and it writes pretty standard size, is like a gel pen size, like the 0.3, 0.5. I think because the diatomaceous ink in this is really wet, it looks really thick, but I think if you put a drier ink in this, it would do fine. And I think they come with a cartridge when you buy one. I don't know. Since I got this as a gift, I don't really know what they come with, but I definitely could recommend this as a beginner fountain pen. Okay, tangent over. I'm sorry. Okay, so this last pen here is a Pilot Prera in Vivid Pink, in case you were curious, and I have this inked up with Robert Oster's Sushi, which is so appropriate to put a sushi colored ink in a health planner that I track meals in, just saying. But yeah, so I'm going to do my meal ideas over here, and I'm just going to zoom you guys way in again so y'all can kind of see what I'm planning on making for the week, in case you were curious. Okay, so for Monday, Monday is the day that I have my D&D sessions with my group, so I don't really have dinner plans for Monday. We usually have leftovers, so I'm just going to write leftovers on here. And then for breakfast, it'll probably be something like oatmeal, so I'm not going to write 2 lines there. I'm just going to do leftovers for the whole day. Tuesday, my fiance has his early morning stuff, so we'll have some oatmeals of some kind. And then for dinner on Tuesday, because it's Tuesday, I don't know why, but I've always associated Tuesdays with like Mexican food, and I don't know if it's like Taco Tuesday or why that sticks in my brain, but we're going to be having the last of our tamales on Tuesday. So we'll have tamales and rice. And then on Wednesday, again, probably do oatmeal for breakfast because it's still going to be really cold, and that's usually just a nice kind of comforting thing to eat when it's cold. And then for dinner or lunch, late lunch, we usually have dinner / lunch at like 3 o'clock. I am going to be making pasta, so I'm probably going to do spaghetti. And then same with Thursday, we have early morning stuff, so we'll do oatmeal for breakfast. And then for dinner on Thursday, I'm thinking about making chili, but since we're having tamales and spaghetti, I'm thinking chili might be like too heavy for this, so I may just do something like tuna salad. I really haven't made any choices yet. I don't know. I also have asparagus that I need to use up, so I'll probably do, yeah, I'll do fish. I'll just put fish and asparagus because I do also have some white fish I can bake or pan fry. Asparagus. I spelled asparagus wrong. Asparagus. Oh my gosh, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. And then on Friday is our date night. So I'll usually write like date night on here. And then Saturday is usually a night either we eat out or my fiance will cook. And then on Sunday, I usually like to leave this day blank just in case we have leftovers from the week, or I get really inspired over the weekend to cook something new because I have more time. It's just, yeah, so I'm going to leave the weekend blank. But that is pretty much it for planning out my week in my health planner. It's usually very fast when I'm not doing it on camera, but I feel like when you do anything on camera, at least for me personally, it just doubles the time at least. So realistically, this probably takes me like 10-ish minutes to do, I think. But I'm sure this has taken me a lot longer. Yeah, I mean, my video says like over 20 minutes already. So yeah, just know that this doesn't take as long as it does when it is on camera. Anyways, I think that's all I have for today. I hope you're doing well. I hope that your Valentine's Day weekend or your Valentine's Day was really good. And if it wasn't, just know that you are loved, if not by a significant other, then by me, by anybody in the community, any of your friends, any of your family. There is someone out there who loves you dearly, and just know that they appreciate you, even if they don't know how to express it. Again, I wish you the best, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.